Hello, Rahat. First of all, please tell me about yourself.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, just 1 minute. Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me about yourself.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Please tell me about yourself.
Yes. Ma'am, my name is Rahatna. Basically, I'm a student of MTech final year and I want to become a professor and currently I'm preparing for PhD exams and GRF exams as well. I have cleared NET exam in 2020 by seeing big notebook videos only, those offline videos, and that's where like I was not able to complete the entire videos. It was like enough. So if I go through the entire videos, I think someone can score good marks by going through all your videos.
Thank you so much. And so the topic of
Thank
interview is algorithms. Okay, so
Okay.
are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So my first question is that algorithm is a logic or a program?
Algorithm is what? Can you please repeat?
Algorithm is a logic or a program?
Ma'am, it's a logic. It's a set of number of steps which tell us how to write or execute a program. So it is considered as a logic only.
Okay, that's great. So can we say that all programs are algorithms?
Ma'am, yeah, exactly. Because without the algorithm, you cannot write a program.
Exactly. Very good. So algorithms are informal description or formal description?
Ma'am, it's basically like informal description only. Before, like program is a formal description of the algorithm. Before writing any program, what we do some informal preparation. Like before coming to this video chat, I have also done some kind of preparation. So that was informal. But right now we are in a formal video chat. That is a program going on.
Very good, very good. Well prepared. So my third question is algorithm have syntax or not?
No, there is no set of sentence, but definitely there are finite steps.
Okay, that means the algorithm have not don't have any syntax, right?
Ma'am, this is something confusing for me. As we read that there must be a finite set of steps. If there is a structure, that can be called as a syntax. Yeah, that is a syntax only. That's
It
it.
is only one answer. It will have or not.
Okay, let me think. Just can you give me just 1 second?
Yes, please take your time.
No syntax means no syntax.
Exactly, because program have a syntax, that is why it is called formal. And
Yeah,
algorithm is informal because it does not have any syntax. It's just rough
yeah,
art to solve any problem.
yes.
Okay. Then my next question is, which is slow? Exponential time or factorial time?
Factorial.
Which is slow, factorial time?
Factorial. Uh, Ma'am, exponential one.
Please take your time
Con-
in answering the question. Again, I'm repeating the question, which is slow?
yes,
Exponential time or factorial time?
factorial.
Factorial, okay, that's great. Can you tell me what is the time complexity of traveling salesman problem?
Traveling salesman. I don't know.
No issue. There are two options, exponential
Yeah.
time or factorial time.
Ma'am, it's factorial.
Okay, good. Can you tell me something about traveling salesman problem? What is traveling salesman problem? Why we use it?
Ma'am, yeah, actually, currently I have not went through this topic, but as per I know, like I'm a student of BTS MTech, so I must be knowing this answer. See, like traveling salesman, like as a salesman has to travel to a certain distance cover certain distance to sell his product. So he always would like to choose the certain path in which the cost is optimized and so that he can cover a long distance in a optimized cost.
So we can
So
say that it is used to calculate the shortest distance.
yeah, kind of shortest distance.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
So traveling salesman problem is a greedy algorithm or a dynamic programming algorithm or a divide and conquer algorithm or a branch and bound.
Ma'am, it's a branch and bound.
Traveling salesman
It's
problem
called,
is not a greedy algorithm.
ma'am, in greedy algorithm, we look for like it's a branch and bound algorithm.
Traveling salesman problem is a greedy algorithm that calculates the shortest distance. Yes. Okay. So can you please tell me what is the time complexity of brute force algorithm?
Time complexity of
Brute force.
brute force.
Yes. Can you tell me something about brute force algorithm first?
Ma'am, this is like something which we are doing manually. Brute force is like we are subdividing every time and then we are looking for an optimal solution.
Like if we
There
have to
is,
take all the things. First we have to
yeah.
take all the things and then we compute the
Then
final.
we are reaching to a solution. After looking for a number of steps, then we are reaching to a
Definitely
solution. We are
it will take large time.
longer amount of time. Yeah,
Yes.
it will take longer amount of
What is
time.
the time complexity of brute force algorithm?
Mm.
Is it factorial or exponential or linear arithmetic or linear time or logarithmic time?
As it taking a longer time, it cannot be logarithm part, and it will take a linear one or
It
yeah,
will take
linear one.
exponential time. It will take exponential time. Okay, because for n number of inputs, there will be total 2 की power n outputs that it has to consider. Then it can come to the final solution. So it will take 2 की power n total possibilities, right?
Okay.
So now my next question is, when we use linear arithmetic time, in which type of algorithm we use linear arithmetic time?
Ma'am, when
Do you
we
know,
are
do you
like
know about linear
working from
arithmetic time?
when we are working with some array kind of things where we have to go sequentially, then we will go for linear.
So that is my question. In which type of algorithm we use linear arithmetic time? For example, divide and conquer, greedy, or dynamic programming. There will be one category, right? It belongs to.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
category
exactly.
it belongs to?
Ma'am, divide and conquer one.
Exactly.
Not divide and
No,
divide
it's
and
correct. It's correct. Linear arithmetic time means n log n. And in merge
yeah.
sort, we use n log n. That is linear arithmetic time. And merge sort is divide and conquer algorithm. So we can say that the linear arithmetic time we use in divide and conquer algorithm. Right? Okay. Can you please tell me what is running time analysis?
What is running time analysis? Ma'am, running time means when we are writing, like when, can you please repeat the question once more?
What is running time analysis?
Running time analysis.
Yes. You can take your time.
Okay. Running time means when we are after writing the program, when when we are executing the program, that is called the running time. Then the time, the amount of time taken for the execution.
The time complexity. You can say running time, but what is running time analysis? We are
And
analyzing.
like,
We are analyzing running time. How it works.
ma'am, we have like certain set of parameters to check the runtime analysis, like omega, theta, or like there are different
These are the asymptotic notations, right?
asymptotic notation. By that we find the time complexity of the problem.
Can you tell me big O notation is used for best case, worst case, or average case? I think there's some problem from your side, Rahat. The video is stuck. Now it's
Yes, ma'am.
audible. Now it's audible.
Yeah, yeah.
It's stuck. Please tell me, what do you mean by big O notation is used for calculating best case, worst case, or average case of an algorithm?
Ma'am, it is like basically checking the theta is used for the best phase, and omega is used for the average phase, and that big O notation used for the worst phase.
Big O is used for the worst case, that is okay. But when you have given the additional answer, that is wrong. Because big theta notation we use for average case. Big omega notation we use for best case. Okay. Okay. Then please tell me what is running time analysis. That is my question.
What is running time analysis? Running time analysis means like the amount of time taken for the execution of a program.
Okay, it depends on what factors. Running time of an algorithm depends on what factors.
Factors like number of
No issue, no issue. So the running time analysis is the process of calculating that how much an algorithm will take time when an input size increases. That means it is a process to calculate the processing time of an algorithm when input size increases. Okay, how processing time is increasing when input size is increasing. If the input size is 5, then it will take less time. If the input size is n, then it will take more time, right? So this is the analysis that depends totally on the input size. Input can be the size of the array, the nodes and vertices of any graph, the matrix size. Okay, on that factors, it depends. Okay. So please tell me, insertion sort is used when we use insertion sort.
Ma'am, when we are like looking for some online programs, and where we are taking one element, and we are taking the another element, and then we are comparing which one is like smaller, and then we are arranging that and taking piece by piece, not taking the entire set of arrays element at one go. Then we are looking for insertion one.
So can we say that we use insertion sort when array have less elements or some elements need to be sorted? Already the array is sorted.
Yeah, when the list of arrays is small, and when already some of the elements are already sorted, then it's beneficial to use insertion sort.
Exactly. Can you tell me what is the best case of insertion sort?
Ma'am, it's order of n square only.
Okay. Okay. It is big O n square, you sure?
Yeah.
So I think you have learned about the tricks of sorting algorithms in my algorithm course that you have taken.
Yes, I'm learning from your videos only.
You remember something, Mona and Ishan?
Yeah, exactly. Bablu, Mona, Isha. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So there I taught in modified bubble sort, the best case is big O n, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the same will be applied to insertion sort also, that it will take big O n in best case.
Yeah.
So it will take big O n.
Order of n. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So which method is not practical to implement recurrence relation? Do you know anything about recurrence relation?
Yes, a bit. I know, like I remember.
Can you please tell me?
It's just like solving solving an equation in order to find the time complexity of a program. So writing a program in the form of equation is a reference relation.
So we can say that it is a mathematical equation or a theoretical equation.
It's a mathematical equation.
Okay. Mathematical equation that recursively finds the solutions of a problem. Can we say that recursively?
Yes.
Yes, because it is a recurrence relation. It follows recursive fashion. So there are total 3 methods to implement recurrence relation. What are those?
Master theorem is one which consisting of 3 rules, and there is one substitution method as well. By substituting the values we can find, and another one.
One you said master theorem, second you said substitution method, and third one.
Actually don't remember.
Third one is recursion tree method. Yes.
Yeah.
Recursion tree method. So I am asking you, among these, which method is not practical to implement recurrence relation?
Not practical to.
And the options are forward substitution, backward substitution, master theorem, recursion tree method. 4 options are available also.
Which are not practically implementable, right?
Yes, yes. Not practically implementable.
I believe it's master theorem which is not practically implementable.
The answer is forward substitution method, because in forward substitution method we use the initial code to get the further solution. It works on guessing formula, and guessing is obviously not practical. So
Yeah.
forward substitution is not good to implement recurrence relation, not practical.
Okay.
Next question. Huffman coding is which type of algorithm? Greedy, dynamic programming, or divide and conquer?
Dynamic.
Huffman coding.
Can you please repeat again? It's dynamic, greedy, and
Huffman coding is which type of algorithm? Let's the question be simple. There will be no option.
dynamic one only. Dynamic only.
Why? Why?
Because there is like there is some set of rules are there which we will apply and we will get the answer.
Which rules? Can you say me the rules? Why we use Huffman coding?
By encoding or decoding purpose. If there is like we have some set of values and we have to put the values in a tree format and we will get that coding part.
Why we use the main focus, the main objective you are not saying. Why we use Huffman coding? Can we use it for data compression?
Yeah, data compression. Yeah, exactly. The right word.
So while we compress any data, we reduce its length.
Yes.
And in Huffman coding, we select any 2 character with low frequency, and thereby making the tree recursively. So why?
Yes. So it's I think no, I think it's greedy algorithm, because we are like looking to there is some hidden and trial method is going around.
Exactly. Okay, that's great. You got your answer yourself. Next question is, can a single graph have multiple minimum spanning trees?
Signal graph and symbol graph?
That
Can
means
you please repeat again?
can a simple graph have multiple minimum spanning trees?
Yes.
Why?
Simple graph in the sense, what do you mean? Like having the values of a graph, like the weight of the graph.
Please tell me what is simple graph.
with no multiple edges, like there is no loop is present on the graph and all. So that is called simple graph only.
No loops and multiple edges.
No multiple
Edges.
edges, no loops or like direction is available. It's just like unidirectional with simple nodes
So
are
that
available.
means you are saying in simple graph there is no directions.
No, ma'am, but there is no loops are available. No loops and
Simple graph can be directed or not.
unidirected, yeah, undirected. Sorry,
So my
ma'am.
final question is simple graph can be directed or undirected or both.
It can be both. Simple graph can be both, but no multiple no looping or multi graph. Like there is no two graphs connected with each other.
Exactly. Now, can a simple graph have multiple minimum spanning tree? You said yes.
Yes,
You said
yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, next question is how many edges does minimum spanning tree have?
How many edges?
Yes. How
It
many
must be
edges?
always less than a graph, but must always be like there is like a formula which I forgot, but it must be less than a graph. Like the graph for
If a
which we are
graph
forming
having
the
if a graph having total n number of nodes, then the MST will have how many number of edges? That is my question.
this is a basim absolutely because I have read, but I have not read recently. I think it's n minus one.
Yes, yes, it's n minus 1 edges because in tree we don't have cycles. Can you tell me a proper definition of tree data structure that is asked in UGC net already?
Tree data structure. It's
Proper
consisting of
definition.
tree is nothing but it's just like a sub graph with no cycle or loop inside it, and it's consisting of nodes and it, it might consist of one node or it consists of multiple nodes. It varies from number of trees.
Let me ask one more question. If a graph having n number of nodes, then how many number of nodes MST will have? Because you're saying subgraph. That is why I'm asking.
It will contain the same set of nodes, only the edges will be less.
Yes, yes. Same set of nodes will be there in graph and in MST, but the edges will be less because in tree we don't have cycles. Exactly.
Yes.
So my final question was, how many edges does MST have? The answer is n minus 1 that you already told me. Now my next question is in dynamic programming, the technique of storing the previously calculated value is called as what?
Ma'am, can you please repeat again?
In dynamic programming, the technique of storing the previously calculated values is called as what?
Don't know.
I'm not, don't know. Okay, okay. No issues. Memorization is the technique. Memorization that stores the previously calculated value by memorizing. Simple. Okay. Now next question is there are two type of algorithms: 0-1 knapsack problem and fractional knapsack problem. Can you please tell me 0-1 knapsack problem is greedy algorithm or dynamic programming?
0-1 is dynamic because either you have to take the entire thing or you have to leave the thing.
And fractional?
0-1 fractional is greedy one. Greedy one. There you can like choose, you can look for like breaking into certain number of parts and the space you have.
Can you please tell me when does the worst case of quicksort occur?
Ma'am, when you are unable to choose the right pivot element, then the worst case will occur and the
And
time
we are
conflict.
not able to find the pivot element. That was the cases.
Ma'am, there are basically four cases. That is either the first element or the last element or the middle element or any random elements you choose. But when the array is sorted and then you go for quick sort, then there will be the like worst case.
Only one case, worst case of quick sort. There will be more cases. That is right.
Uh,
That when the array is already sorted, that is the worst case of quick sort. Tell me some more cases when quick sort, worst case.
when you are choosing the pivot element as the some confusion.
Okay. When the array is already sorted, that is the first point that you already told, which is right. The second one is when the array is in reverse order. That is also the worst case of quick sort. Like 1, 2, 3 is the
Then
worst
3,
case,
2.
and 3 to 1 is also the worst case. Okay, and the third case, when all the elements are equal in the array, like 2, 2, 2, all the elements are 2. That means it is also the worst case of quick sort. So there are three cases. Okay. So can you please tell me what is the recurrence relation of quick sort?
Reference relation of quick sort. Yeah, it's Tn is equal to Tn plus Kn minus 1 say n minus 1 minus n minus k minus 1 plus n.
Let's
Yeah.
see. First, you tell me how we calculate the recurrence relation of quick sort.
Okay. By seeing the by seeing that the way we are dividing it through that way only we can find the reference relation. How we are dividing it.
How we divide array in quick sort to calculate the recurrence relation?
It's again depend upon it's sorry ma'am. It's again depend upon that how we are choosing the pivot and then we will divide according to that.
No, but in recurrence relation, we consider worst case. And the worst case is when in array we select only one. See, in quick sort, we divide the array. That is why it is called as divide and conquer algorithm. When we divide the array and in one list, only one element is there. And in other list, remaining n minus one elements are there. So we are dividing the quick sort T of n into two portions, that is 1 and T of n minus 1. So the recurrence relation will be what? Then tell me what is the recurrence relation for this?
Sorry, I missed one last line. Can you please repeat it again?
There is an array of n input, okay, and we are dividing this array into two parts. In one part, there is only one element. And in another part, there will be total n minus 1 remaining elements. If in one list there is one element, remaining will be in another list, that is n minus 1. So if this is the hierarchy, then you can tell me the recurrence relation of quick sort, because I have solved the question for you.
It's that Tn plus Tn minus Tn minus 1 T of n plus T of n minus 1 plus n square.
It will be T of n is equal to T of n minus 1 plus T of 1 plus C, right? Because in one list we are having only one element, in another you are having T of n minus 1, okay, plus some constant. Okay, so can you please tell me the time complexity for every case in quick sort? Like
Yes,
what is the best case, worst case?
Basically, order of n log n, but in worst case, it's order of n square. But by using the randomization quick sort, we can make it as order of n log n.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. Now next question. और भी है मेरे पास, and the interview is very long today. Only 2 to 3 questions left. Not
no problem.
Selection sort uses which type of algorithm?
Okay, ma'am. It's basically an offline method where what we does, uh, just give me 1 second to recall it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And here also we like bubble shot. Here also we perform some kind of swapping part, and the theme is that here number of passes are less comparatively bubble shot. That is only we say the number of writings here we perform is less. When number of swapping cost is more, then we go for the selection sort.
No, no, I'm asking a selection sort is which type of algorithm? Uses which type of algorithm? Greedy, dynamic programming, divide and conquer.
How to know this? Can you tell me?
Selection sort uses which type of algorithm? That is the question, not definition I'm asking.
Okay. According to my
Yes, yes.
yeah,
Tell me. Please tell me.
according to my logic, I believe it's greedy.
Greedy. Can you please tell me the working of selection sort?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that in the selection sort also the sorting of the elements takes place, but not the adjacent element. It look for the minimum element, and then it's go for
I think you
swapping.
found your answer that white is greedy. You found it.
Yeah, it look for the yeah exactly. Thank you so much.
So that was the last question of this interview. And how was your interview? How was your
It was really nice, and I really wanted to interact with you via some mode, and it was pleasant meeting you. You are like you and Sweta ma'am at this very like minor age. You
I'm
people are
Shweta
doing.
ma'am.
You
I'm
are Sweta ma'am,
and Neetu ma'am. And Neetu ma'am.
me too, ma'am. You people are doing absolutely fantastic. Kind of inspiration. There is a lot to learn from you people. So much hard working.
Nice talking to you also.
Like really like lot to say, but keeping it very short. You people are doing absolutely great. Absolutely great. There is no word to explain it how much great. But yeah, like
So, thank you so much.
hope to see you at a very high. See you somewhere in a very good place, far better place than this.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for your valuable feedback. And thank you for coming on our channel and giving your
It
valuable.
was my pleasure. It was my pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. You're welcome, ma'am.